Good evening, my name is Subodh Sharma. I'm a co-founder at Pink Wolf, and today's video is going to be extremely different to whatever else we have covered in the last few years. We've talked mainly about how to shave, educational videos on shaving, skincare, even fashion and a little bit of lifestyle early in the beginning. But today is a project that's been close to me. I haven't done this for a very long time, so do forgive me initially itself. We're going to learn, or actually I'm going to polish my shoes, which I haven't done for the last 3-4 years. These shoes are very old, and my son has used them in the last 3 years, so you can see the condition of them. He's left them unattended, chipped, leather torn out, creases and everything else. So he's not here while I'm recording this video, so I'm sure he's just going to be bit mad at me when he gets to know that this is what we have done. All right, so we are going to, in the first phase, we are going to polish the shoes so that they are ready to be used for outside work. And in the second phase, I'm going to give them a mirror shine, which I learned from a colleague of mine back in Pizza Hut in mid-90s, several years ago. He had joined the British Army, and then he told me how to get things done. A few of them. So we've got a couple of things we're going to use. A hard brush for the scuffing and edges, soft horsehair shoe brush. Then we have one wax for restoring leather, and another wax as well. And I'm going to try this one for the first time, which is a premium leather care black Venom. It's a cream, and it's a high gloss cream polish, so let's see how it goes. And then we've got a leather conditioner as well, which is going to be used to clean out and wipe out everything from the shoe before we start cleaning up. So the first step is going to be when you start polishing the shoes is to take out the laces, and so that we are able to properly polish them. To start off, we have wiped the shoe clean and brought in the shoe tree as well. Now, as you can see very well, there are several marks all along this, and even at the scuffing, the threading part, it's not the dirt, the dust hasn't come out very cleanly. So few parts where the leather is missing, and then another part where the leather is cracked or chipped, one of these things. So the leather is missing from here. So look, these are extremely old shoes. I think I bought them in 2008 or 2007 or 8. And but the point is that they are extremely comfortable shoes. I think they're Allen Edmonds. Yeah, Allen Edmonds. So they've been around with me for a long time. The original sole is gone. I had to get it changed. I think it's time to get another one changed as well. So let's start. The first thing we want to do is ensure that the edges, from the edges, we are able to take the hard brush and remove as much dirt as possible. Okay, if it proves to be too difficult, just leave it. The leather conditioner we're going to use a few minutes later is going to help remove all the dust as well. But yeah, I guess it's doing a good job of removing all the dust and everything so far, so not too bad. Growing up, my father used to get all the leather shoes on a Sunday morning and then sit down with the newspaper, and then we used to, as me and my younger brother, we used to go and get all our shoes, and then one by one, he'll polish them. And as we grew older, we learned how to polish them ourselves, and it was good fun, getting all these things done. All right, so this is the leather conditioner. We want to put on the entire leather and leave it. It's like, think of it as dry skin, and you're applying cold cream to the dry skin to make it a little bit moisturized. All you want to do is have a nice firm layer all across the entire shoe, as much and wherever you can, and then leave it for some time. It's important to get the leather a little bit soft before you start applying the leather polish and cream, so that it's able to accept the polish much better. I use this concoction. It's from an old t-shirt, and it's tightly drawn up around my fingers. Alright, so we've got one layer on this and inside is covered. Just leave it and go on to the next shoe as well. Wherever you feel that there's a tremendous damage to the leather, make sure that you leave a lot more conditioner on that area compared to the other areas. Okay, leather conditioner has done its job. It's slightly better. With the shoe tree inserted in, it's much better because now all the creases and everything are much more clear to us, so we know which area needs more attention than others. And similarly on this one, a lot of scuffing on the front and then in the back as well. Else it looks fine. The uppers look absolutely fine. Okay, so let's start the next step. This next step is, as I mentioned, I'm going to use a t-shirt, an old t-shirt, and this just helped me. So while applying polish, I try to use a cloth, a cotton cloth, something which has been used like an old t-shirt, more than the brush, which is usually what a lot of people use. Simply because the polish is in my hand, I know exactly where to apply more of or less of, kind of thing. And then I can also spread the polish a lot more seamlessly compared to the brush. The brush definitely has a role, but not in the initial stages. So this is just going to help me put an even layer of polish, cream polish, all across the shoe. And yes, I will be using a lot more polish today. Poor shoes haven't been polished for a very long time, so they are going to use a lot of the as well. So the shoes have been applied with the cream polish, and this is the first one, this is the second one. This is going to take some more time to dry out, and this has already started to dry out quite a bit. And as you can see, the leather has become a lot more smoother than what it was when we started the video. There are a few spots, that's fine. Now keep in mind that at this stage, if I just rub it with a shoe brush and shine it, my job for getting the shoes for a normal, what do you call, Monday to Friday kind of thing is done. Okay, I can get these shoes and polish them, wipe them down with a dry cloth, and these shoes are good to go for a Monday to Friday. But what I want to do is extend the life of these shoes to 6 months or perhaps a year. And for that, what I'll need to do is use a lot of wax and water and a different technique which will help me give them a mirror shine, and that mirror shine is actually going to make sure that the shoe becomes a lot more water resistant, the shine is there, and so on. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do here right now. The job is done. This is end of phase one. Okay, if you use the shoe brush and wipe out the excess polish, and then you use a normal cotton cloth, you wipe it down properly, it will give you a shine that is good enough for a Monday to Friday. You may probably keep using it for, I don't know, 1 week, 4 weeks at the most. But what I do with shoes is I use a lot of wax and water, which gives them a shine, and it also enables the shine to be there for many months. And that's exactly what I'm going to do now with this. So the first step of the cream is done. I've polished the excess cream inside the shoe or removed it with the brush, and as you can see, the shoe has become quite dull, which it is going to be. And now we need to start making them shinier. So this one, I'm going to leave it. It's not of any use right now. We're going to start with this shoe first, and then once the cream polish dries up over here, then we can shift to this side. So here I'm going to use let me use this one. This is a wax that is applied to shoes. Okay, it gives a very nice coating at the end of it, and also helps fill up these creases that you can see, which haven't been able to we haven't been able to fill properly with the what do you call the shoe polish. So this one requires a lot more time application, but the end result is definitely a lot better than what you can imagine with a normal shoe. What's going to happen is this shoe will have a great shine for a very long time, and I think with leather shoes, that's exactly what we all want, a shine that it's a mirror shine kind of thing. So on the front side, on the toe cap, it's always going to be a lot more. On the back side and everything, it's just one simple layer. There's no need to give it extra go. The only other place you might want to give it an extra go is the heel cap, which is where the hard area is. So that can be done as well. The softer areas, just one small layer is enough. There's no need to give it any extra layer. Now I'm going to start doing the same thing for the other shoe, and I have to leave it for a few minutes so that it dries up. And when it dries up, then I can start applying the wax on this. So the other one, I'm going to remove the excess not shaving cream, the shoe polish cream, okay, and put a layer of wax as well on there, and then we should be good. We keep in mind that once I apply the wax, I have to wait for about 20 minutes or so. This one I'm going to try the other wax. I haven't used both the waxes for a very long time, so let's see which one performs better than the other one. And I have no idea how they will. It's been a long time. Oh, they have an applicator over here. Let me see. Yep, I can use that. I think so. All right, so this makes it much more easier. There's an applicator. I can use to spread the wax all across the entire shoe, and just leave it for a few minutes for it to dry up. And then we can start hopefully creating magic with it. Oops, all right, it's not in the mood. Okay, so one wax I've used on this shoe and the other type I've used on the other one. Let's just now give them a 15-20 minute break. Let them dry up, because drying up is essential. The more they dry up, which means that they have absorbed the entire shoe polish and the wax, and the leather is now fully filled with shoe cream and wax, and is now primed for a proper shoe polish shoe shine, mirror shine. So that's what we're going to do. But don't go anywhere. We'll just leave the shoes for about 20 minutes and then come back. Okay, thanks. All right, the shoes were polished, waxed overnight, and left with the shaving cream. Not shaving cream. I'm so sorry. The shoes were waxed overnight and left with the shoe cream as well. The next day, I wasn't really satisfied with the result. So what I did was I left the shoe cream. I left the shoe cream once again overnight, and I had to leave it because what happened is, I think the leather was way too hard and it just wasn't absorbing, the cream. So, but having done that twice, now you can see the result. It's a lot more smoother finish. All the initial, the leather spots that were gone have been filled. The leather cracks are there. I don't have the expertise to fill them up or get them repaired, but the shoe has become a lot better than what it was when we started shooting. So again, from here as well, you can see the crack on this side. It's there. Not much I can do. But the initial part, the front of this shoe, which had missing pieces of leather and everything, that has been covered very well, and I think it's fine. Look, I haven't done a mirror shine for for several years, so it's probably one of the things I realized is I'll have to restart the polishing activities to get my expertise back on, and then but thereafter I can make it happen very smoothly and quickly as well. But in the meantime, I think a shoe that was for 3 years not used, complete in disarray, now I can comfortably start using these shoes with formals, jeans, casual, anything. So thanks so much for watching. Do visit pinkwolf.com for all your shaving and grooming needs. Thank you so much.